Subscribe to our videos, our channel. Support us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Share our stuff. Like, follow, subscribe, please. Thank you. We appreciate it.
So next week, got a new
boys.
setup coming. It's gonna look a little different in here. I'm gonna change some.
It's gonna look good in here for once.
I'm gonna change some stuff up.
Subscribe to your boys. All right, let's get into it.
All right, UFC 44.
244.
244.
We're not talking about Chuck Liddell and Tito. All right.
Or Evans versus Liddell.
Oh God.
All right, let's talk.
Where we starting?
We'll just start off. Shout out to the winners: Edmund, Shane Burgos. They all looked good.
Hold on. Shane Burgos fought a guy named Amir Khani. Once I saw his name was Amir Khani, like, well, he's gonna get knocked out. Your name's Amir Khan. You're getting knocked out. Glass jaw, just runs in the genetics.
Talk about no gas tank.
He kept sitting down.
That was horrible.
You're lucky you're even getting mentioned on this fucking show, Amir Khani.
Beep. But I do want to get right to Corey Anderson, Johnny Walker.
Main event of the prelims.
The fight I was looking forward to the most. Because I can't stand Johnny Walker.
I don't know why Corey Anderson was an underdog, to be honest. We both thought he was going to win. I don't know if it was just because
chinny.
He's chinny.
He's been knocked out like 3 times.
Well, he's on a 4 or 5 fight win streak now.
Yeah, he looks good.
And he's also got a win over Jan Blachowicz before that win streak.
Over when he was top 10.
And
he has a better resume than Dominic Reyes.
Latifi's a good win, man.
Like, if you look at Dominic Reyes,
I don't know if he has a better resume than Reyes. Reyes is undefeated, man.
But if you look at Reyes, he didn't win the Vulcan.
No.
And he beat
Cannonier's a big win.
At light heavyweight, though. Was never top 10.
Jared Cannonier is now a good name to have on your resume.
But what about
Weidman?
Is Weidman a good one now, though?
It's a name on your resume. It's a name. I don't know. I think Reyes has the better resume, but that Johnny Walker win was fantastic.
Just because of height.
Just fantastic, man. Like, undefeated 6'6" Brazilian stripper. Like, you had to get dealt with somehow. But at some point, you had to get dealt with.
Ooh, Johnny Walker.
Thrusting his nuts in women's faces. You gotta get knocked out for that at some point.
He did that?
He was a male stripper.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Don't like him anymore.
Next.
Alright, then we kicked off the main card with some Kevin Lee, who probably stole the show.
Yo, shout out to the man with staph infection on his chest. He got it done with a third nipple. He had a pepperoni slice on that right pec. Did you see that?
I did.
I thought as soon as I saw the staph, I was like, oh, Tony Ferguson fight. Here we go. He's getting starched. He's going to get starched. Well, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
That was knockout here.
We both. I mean, no, you picked Gillespie. I picked Kevin Lee. So I mean, I'm 2 for 2.
He looks good when he went to TriStar. I think it's TriStar, yeah.
That for us and GSP and Roy McDonald, Team Canada's doing good things for him.
I think he could actually beat
Don't go there.
Alaquinta now.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna pull the Khabib card. I was like, let's not go there yet.
We'll see.
Kevin Lee.
27.
Kevin Lee took some serious damage though.
Yeah, he was taking jabs.
Like his eyes mangled.
Mm-hmm.
Then he lands a bomb overhead right, left leg, left head kick, and then he left bodies like he just killed the man.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Let's talk about Blagno. How good's that man's chin? Not good for
I didn't know how to score that fight.
Derek Lewis had it. I had Derek Lewis all 3 rounds.
What? That second round, I scored a tie. I gave the first round to I think Derek. Second round I scored a tie, and the third round I gave the Blagno.
I thought it was Derek Lewis's damage was unreal.
I'm glad Derek won, but I picked Blagno to win that fight. I thought Blagno was going to get it done, and when I was all said and done,
Lewis winning a decision though, that's good.
But like, what is that? What does he do next? Like, what is there for him to do? He's already fought Francis Ngannou. No one wants to see that again. He lost to Junior Dos Santos. Maybe he goes for that rematch. He's not fighting for the belt. Stipe and DC got that shit tied up.
Volkov Hardy rematch, or Volk?
He wants Hardy, so I think even win or lose, Hardy makes sense.
He would destroy Hardy.
They both. I don't know if it gets to the first round. What are they both gonna sit on the fucking ground and have a picnic? Because none of them have a tank.
No, but there's 2 different levels.
There's levels. I would favor Derek Lewis, but if it gets out of the first round, there'd be no action. Nothing's happening after that fight.
I don't agree with that because Derek Lewis always has that spurt. Do you ever see where he gets taken down and he just suddenly pops back up because he's so strong?
Yeah,
he looked in good shape too.
He was in a lot better shape. He didn't have to cut as much as 265 this time.
The welterweight fight, holy, did Stephen Thompson look good?
He bounced back well. I don't have a lot to say about this fight, but like it is what it is. Stephen Thompson did his whole Karate Kid shit.
Luke had a chin too.
Luque took some beating. I don't think either of their stock dropped. Luque, he is what we thought he is. He didn't really beat Mike Perry, and he got exposed again. But like, he's still a solid dude. He's a good guy to have on the top 10, I guess, in and around 10-ish.
Yeah. I definitely was excited about this fight. It was a letdown, but I don't know how it was a split decision because I gave Darren Till all 3 rounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to score that fight.
Really?
That fight was awful.
But
I didn't know who to give the rounds.
Darren Till's back in the top 5 of another division.
The third round, I could see, yes, Till winning, but the first 2, I don't know how you score them. So, like, I didn't really... I scored that tie.
Darren Till, like, have you seen his post-fight stuff?
He was like, I
was trying to find an injury. Like, that guy overcame so much. He's been doing a lot for his age.
Man, they wouldn't even let him in the country. I'm pretty sure Dana had to get a hold of Donald Trump to let him in the country.
How big is he at middleweight, though?
Everyone's saying that he's so big. He looks like a normal middleweight. Like, what do you... I don't know.
He's a big boy.
You got Yoel Romero is by far the biggest middleweight. Him and Paulo Costa. And then you got Israel, who's like 6'14" or something. Okay, 6'4".
I do think that he came over this hump, and like he just needed to win, and now he's gonna be dangerous.
What the hell was wrong with Gastelum?
Cheating at the weigh-ins, everything.
Did he though?
Yeah.
You can't really tell. The angle that the video shows, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. You can't tell from the angle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Regardless, it doesn't matter. He lost the fight. The way that's his punishment.
Regardless, it's huge for Darren Till.
It's a huge win. Next for them, I'd like to see Till fight Cannonier. I don't give a shit that he just won a fight. He does not deserve a title shot. The one fight. Sorry.
They're gonna give Cannonier maybe a title shot though.
I think he will get the title shot.
Dana White just said about an hour ago that he's not giving it to him. He needs to win a fight first. But then it's Dana White.
How dare you? Yoel is the number 1 contender always. Does anyone really think that he lost to Costa? No. And a lot of people think that he beat Rob in the rematch. So like, how good is he? If he makes weight, he would have been the champ already.
But I don't know. I think Romero's is a bad matchup for Israel.
Terrible. That's why they don't want... He's 42 years old. He's got no hairline. He's built like a G.I. Joe.
I don't think that Israel can knock him out.
Oh, bad for Israel. Israel would get fucking mashed by him.
Could you imagine him running across the cage on him? You couldn't stop his takedown.
But, like, the UFC does not want a 42-year-old Cuban that can barely speak English to be the champion. I'm sorry.
Well, Romero's a draw.
I love him. I love you. I love you, Romero.
I just don't think the UFC... It's kind of like a Conor McGregor treatment. They don't want that fight.
Because it's bad for business. Because Israel is their next superstar.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad for business. Next.
The main event. Talk about it. Nate was getting dealt with.
Yes. But hold that. You cannot decide the title for the baddest motherfucker on the planet. That's what it was for, right? What were they fighting for, Brady?
Yeah.
The BMF belt. It said on top, baddest, then BMF, then motherfucker. It cannot be decided by a doctor's stoppage. Mm-hmm. It's kill or be killed. Someone has to die or the fight has to end. You can't just... No. It's not like, oh, this guy's got a tear in his face. Okay. Did you see what happened in the Pettis fight? He was cut. Did you see what happened to Conor McGregor fights? Both of them? He was cut. I'm pretty sure in the Michael Johnson fight he was cut. He cuts. It is what it is. We continue. Was it a bad cut? Yes. But was it any worse than Tyson Fury's cut a month ago? No. So you fight till somebody stops fighting. That's the way it is for the BMF title. That's my opinion on that.
It would have went to a decision for...
I think Masvidal would have won the fight, yeah. Masvidal won the first 3 rounds, but Diaz was doing his best work in the 3rd round. He still lost the round.
But he was doing better, yeah.
He was doing a lot better.
Masvidal was getting tired.
Yeah, but not... he didn't look like, oh my god, I can't fight anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think Diaz was coming on. He would have come on. He always comes on in the 4th and 5th round. Would he have won the fight? No. I think it would have been a little too late. Would he have won the rounds? Maybe. We don't know. No one knows. You can't stop the fight when there's 2/5. 2/5, so the fight still hadn't happened yet.
That's true. It's true.
And then they have The Rock come in looking like... What did he even look like, man? Like, what the hell was he wearing?
I thought he was a monster. He looked huge.
Why is this guy coming in like it's Miami Vice? He comes in with Miami Vice t-shirt on.
Baywatch too.
Bro, his shirt looked like a condom wrapped on his arm, alright? Could it have been any tighter, man? Bro, and then we know he's pro Masvidal. He's coming in repping. I love The Rock. Don't get me wrong. I love The Rock. But you can't have some guy that's biased that wants Masvidal to win to wrap the belt around Masvidal.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be somebody else. Nate Diaz said it best. The baddest man on the planet's Mike Tyson, right? Why didn't he put the belt on his waist?
Mm-hmm.
Good question, Nate. Good question. Rematch, yes or no?
No.
You don't want to see it?
No.
Okay, what's next then?
Jorge, title shot, but either way, Covington and Usman are bad news for Jorge.
Bro, I favor him against both.
I don't.
He impressed the hell out of me this year. Not just that fight. He impressed me the most in the Diaz fight, and it was because it was such a weird situation. But the amount of damage he did to Diaz was insane.
And take his whole good year. That's how good Darren Till is. He dropped him in the first round of their fight.
And then what happened to Till?
I think
they're still picking his teeth up.
Darren Till would still win the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, and then what did he do to the hype job Askren? That dude's got no brain cells left. And then he took the most durable guy in the sport, Nate Diaz. You know, I would like to see the rematch. I think, like I said, it has to be decided decisively. But I don't know if I want to see it right away. I think I want to see Jorge fight for the belt because I do think he's a problem for both of those guys. And him versus Kobe is that's beautiful. That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
These guys hate each other. Ex-roommates turned worst enemies. And then I guess you could just do Diaz versus Conor 3. Just do the trilogy.
Would it sell? Well, yeah.
Always pull up what I had about the list of all those fighters real quick. I want to talk about something else real quick.
Yeah, the Robbie Lawlers and the.
So I was thinking this week, and I had a little epiphany, and this was our first official BMF fight. But there's other dudes that definitely would be considered BMF. Would you not agree?
Mm-hmm.
So I had Nick, Nate, Masvidal, Cerrone, Gaethje, McGregor, Robbie Lawler, Darren Till. Ironically, they all fight at welterweight. I want to fluctuate in the only one that hasn't fought at welterweight would be Justin Gaethje. And that being said, we have had, in that case, past BMF fights. We had Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler, Nate Diaz versus Masvidal, we just had. Cerrone versus Nate Diaz. Nate and Connor fought twice. Gaethje, Cerrone, Till, Cerrone, Cerrone, and Lawler.
I want to throw one more name up there.
Yeah.
Douglas Lima?
I don't think so. He doesn't talk enough. He has to be a sad. Lima, maybe.
He's a dangerous dude, though.
He's a dangerous man. So, what I'm saying is, we have this title now. We have this BMF title that's at 170 pounds. Why can't it be something that can move through the weight classes? Okay, you have your next fight, you have Conor McGregor fights, let's say Jorge Masvidal, 170 pounds for the title. Let's say Conor wins, which I don't think he would. He goes down to 155. He has the belt. He can pass it off to Justin Gaethje. Then Gaethje, say hypothetically, goes up to 170. He fights Nate Diaz. The belt can move weight classes. These guys are all gold. And the thing is, it's an older weight class. Like, every fighter in the division is over 30, except for Till. Till's the only one that hasn't fought that's under 30 years old. So it's a senior citizen bowl. And it's just fun fights that you could do without having that.
Do you consider a world championship?
No.
No.
No, I don't. But it's almost more valuable than the world championship right now because they made more money. They have more eyeballs than Usman Cummings going to have next month.
It's true. Still a UFC belt, no way. Jorge was UFC champion.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about boxing this weekend.
Woo! In the early prelims, I don't know if anybody caught this, Evander Holyfield's son fought.
Yeah, I seen that.
Evan Holyfield, the dude they had him fight, like, why? There was no reason for that. The dude is only boxing or full-time for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, he was an MMA fighter. 16 seconds. Clipped him. But it's cool. I'm glad to see Holyfield fighting. It's interesting.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia?
What about him?
He fought
What'd you think?
I didn't see it. I just heard he won.
First round knockout, man. Sparked the dude. Fast hands. Very fast hands. I'd like to see him and Devin Haney get it going. That's a great fight at lightweight. Devin Haney's defending his belt actually this weekend on the KSI Logan Paul. I'll get to that in a second. If he wins that, I hope maybe he calls out Ryan Garcia. They fight back-to-back weekends. They don't take much damage. Maybe we do it December, January. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Main event?
What do you think?
Biased people, man. Go wait again.
Biased?
I'm just sick of the commentary in boxing.
Okay, but what was biased, though?
Just pro Canelo. Like, he's not the world champion in this fight, and that's all he do is...
Okay, that being said, I don't like that Canelo forced Kovalev to walk out first to the ring. Show the respect to the champion. He's the champion. Let him come out second. It bothered me. And then Canelo he did this thing where he's like, okay, I want the light heavyweight title, so I'm gonna go up to 175. He's not gonna make him weight cut to like 172 or something. He's not gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what does Canelo do that nobody even was talking about over the week? Puts a rehydration clause in. So the next morning, Kovalev couldn't weigh in more than 185.
Oh wow.
So it's just cringy little things like that bother me. It's like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't kind of do it. Do it.
Maybe that's why his chin wasn't as good.
I thought his chin held up. You see some of those left hooks Canelo was landing on were just vicious. What'd you think of the fight? Okay, take all the cringy shit that happened aside. What did you think about the fight?
I was kind of half asleep. I was watching in bed and I seen the knockout, turned it off.
Wow.
Just didn't care.
Why?
I just don't care about Canelo.
Do you not understand the magnitude of this victory, Brady? Do you not understand the repercussions of what just happened there?
It did.
So Canelo comes up 2 weight classes, beats the best light heavyweight on the planet. There's an argument that Archer Beterbiev is better, but I don't see it because look at the dudes that this guy's fought. Ward twice, almost knocked him out the first
It definitely
time.
wasn't the best Kovalev.
No, the best Kovalev's gone. Ward stole it. It's his soul. But he's the best he could have been at that day. He looked better in that fight than he did in his fight against Yard. Yard's a dog. He beat Yard. Later Alvarez, he beat him. How many other guys do you have to beat? He retired Bernard Hopkins. This is a real dude, okay? We're not talking about some guy who has a title and he just happens to be in a good situation and get a belt. No. This is Sergey Kovalev beating real contenders in the prime of their career. And then Canelo comes up. Was he a little long in the tooth? Yeah, he was. But he was the best he could have been at the time. Canelo gets it done with, I was assuming body shots, but nope. Kovalev did a great job. He stuck to the game plan, jabbing him all night long, and he was just busting up Canelo's face with that jab. Canelo would get his odd left hook in there and a couple right hands sneaked around the rib cage, but it was mostly headhunting that he was getting done, and knocked him out with a left hook right hand. And what do you think of the knockout?
It was okay.
Buddy was sleeping on the ropes.
Yeah, I seen that.
Buddy was asleep.
I honestly was half asleep. I was so overtired from UFC that I was just like...
It was a late night.
Man, they had to wait.
What do you think? Okay, talk about that.
It shows that they're not competition for UFC.
So you think that if the UFC and the zone boxing were going at the exact same time, there would be no dip in viewership?
No. UFC's bigger.
I am not disagreeing with you that UFC is bigger.
People always go, the pay wage.
No, I'm not going to pay wage.
It's because the company owns them.
Single entities. Canelo is bigger than everybody that fought on the card. Canelo has more fans than everybody that fought on the card. Masvidal and Diaz's fans combined do not equal Canelo's fans.
I don't know about that.
Canelo is the single biggest star that was in action that night. Am I going to sit here and say that UFC is bigger than DAZN boxing? No, it's not what I'm going to say.
Still had to wait.
They didn't have to wait. It just makes sense. Okay, put it opposite way. So you got to remember this: the boxing
UFC would never wait.
The boxing was taking place in Vegas, which is 3 hours behind New York, where the UFC was taking place. Let's say the UFC was taking place in Vegas and the boxing was taking place in New York. No, you're right. The UFC would not wait, but they would suffer dearly for that. They would lose hundreds of thousands of views.
Then we'll have to see.
I
think most MMA fans are different than boxing fans. That's my opinion.
What do you mean by that?
I even seen a poll, and most people that watch MMA don't even watch boxing. There's not a lot of people that don't watch both.
I think most watch both.
I just seen a poll this morning. It was 50%. It was close.
So but the thing is, you also have your hardcore boxing fans that don't watch anything but boxing, and they think that UFC's garbage as well. So there's those people as well. That's an older generation, but they're still here.
Yeah.
I think there's room for both. For someone to say that boxing took a back seat to weight, I get it doesn't, the eye test, it doesn't look great, but it makes sense financially.
The pictures of them waiting looked horrible. They looked tired.
At least they got to watch the fight.
I guess.
If I'm in the arena, sick. I'm down. Billy Joe Saunders defending his belt on the undercard there, the super middleweight
squash match.
squash match. And then you got Devin Haney. You know, his opponent just got announced this weekend.
Squash match.
Defending his newly crowned WBC lightweight championship. But, I mean, yeah, they're squash matches. They are what they are, though. You're coming to see what these guys have.
And then we got some YouTubers.
And we're going to see what kind of skills these two dudes really have.
I don't know either of them, so.
Haney and
No, I mean
Joe?
Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah, these two. Fuck.
I've never seen them before.
Okay, so I've been watching. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." Like, I didn't like it. I thought it was bad for boxing. But then I started thinking about it, and let's say they bring in like a couple million views, which they likely will because they have different audience than what boxing normally has. Boxing or MMA.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep a tenth of that, 10%, and they bring that audience on, and they watch more boxing, it's a positive.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, they're exposing Devin Haney and Billy Joe Saunders to this audience of new people. Maybe they get fans, maybe they stick around, and we grow the sport. Because if you what you're trying to say is you're trying to tell me boxing's dying from the whole like viewing they had the UFC on at the DAZN event. This is a way to prevent that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
As for the fight itself, Logan Paul's is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's a real athlete, man. He was a high school wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's in shape, getting trained by Shannon the Cannon Briggs.
I know.
But that being said, KSI's been at the Mayweather gym with Jeff Mayweather doing some mitt work. I really do favor Logan. I think Logan gets it done. Second round knockout. Did you watch the first fight? You should. It's
Draw.
It was a good fight. I had Logan winning 3 rounds and KSI winning 3. Had a draw, close fight. This one, someone's getting knocked out. No headgear, professional fight.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to make I can't make a prediction because I gotta watch the first fight first.
And we got a UFC this weekend, don't we?
I'm excited for this card. Mostly because we might get to see Greg Hardy get knocked out.
I'm not excited for this card.
Let's just talk about the two. We got Alexander Volkov versus Greg Hardy.
I think Volkov beats his ass.
It's just levels.
I think it's either 3 rounds or 5 rounds.
3.
I don't think he stops him, but I think he beats the shit out of him for 3 rounds.
Shitty card too. And then we got Zabit versus Kelvin Kattar. I love Kelvin Kattar.
They're doing Kattar dirty with this one.
I know.
He should have been in Boston a month ago. And now he goes to the motherland, Russia.
Yeah. It's horrible.
What is that?
Take away his hometown.
I don't know. I had Kattar when he was in Boston. I think I'm going to take Zabit in Russia.
I got Kelvin Kattar by decision.
I hope, man. I really like Kattar. If Kattar wins this fight,
title shot.
I think the winner of this fight gets the next title shot, to be honest. Either or. Kattar, he had a tough fight not too long ago, but he's coming off of a win, right? Mm-hmm. And he was rolling before that. He beat Shane Burrows. Zabit, Jeremy Stevens. Who else does he fight?
Kattar?
Did he fight Cub Swanson? No, it's Zabit.
Jeremy Stevens, Brandon Davis, and he's coming off a win over Jeremy Stevens.
Okay,
it's been a while.
No, he's definitely gonna have to. He's gonna do some heavier lifting than this.
Yeah, he hasn't done as good lately.
Yeah.
But we got an announcement that Rosenstrike from 2 days ago is fighting Overeem for taking over Walt Harris in 2 weeks.
What card is that? Where is it?
That is in. That would be ESPN. That will be in Washington, United States. Shout out to Walt Harris's daughter.
They gotta find her, man. Dana White donated some money, and I think a couple of people did. We gotta do something else. This isn't working.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She's been gone for like 2 weeks.
That's insane.
She's a 19-year-old girl, man.
Wow.
Nothing good comes from that.
No. That was it.